All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started here with this midweek stretch break. Again, focusing on those muscles that tend to get tight more through us sitting throughout the day. What I have here is my tension piece of equipment. You guys can use anything at home, whether it be a towel, blanket, or broomstick. It does not have to be something elastic. I just have something. Basically, all you have to be able to do is hold your hands out here, wrap those around here. That's going to stretch out our chest. And if we don't have anything we feel comfortable grabbing, the other option here is a chest stretch up against the wall. If you guys are doing this one, we're going to be focusing on this stretch for a bit of time. So let's say hold this stretch per side anywhere from 20 to 40 seconds. Again, we hold that a little bit longer just to give your body more time to relax. So you're utilizing less tension, more conscious control over your muscles, trying to focus on your breathing and your relaxation. And same thing with this, guys, because considering we're all going to be having different pieces of equipment, if you ever need a break, feel free to bring that piece of equipment back in front of you, bring out the shoulders a little bit, and re-engage on your own time. Even if you have that tension, feel free to try the wall out or vice versa. See if you can't get a better stretch, better feel than you normally would. But yeah, guys, go ahead, get in that if you haven't already, whether it be something like this. Again, those arms just behind the back here through that tension equipment, or we're stepping up to this wall. And if we're doing this one, a few different ways we can do that. We can have the arm like it is right now, kind of that 90-degree bend, or we can extend it out, put it out, or put it down. Each one of those targeting a slightly different angle of our chest fibers, all of which can be beneficial. One other thing I'll mention, guys, as we're going through this first stretch, you're pretty much always on your own time here, especially if we're holding these stretches a little bit longer. So if you ever need a break, take a sip of water. We want you guys to be hydrated throughout this class. That's telling your body that you need, or your muscles are basically telling you that you need water in order to get some fluids in there so that they can actually become a little bit more elastic. So don't ignore that water. Taking sips all throughout, but I'm gonna have you guys come back to us right now. We're gonna go into a hamstring stretch, legs pretty much together, even a little bit out, even to shoulder width, that's fine, but we're just gonna fold over here, do a hamstring stretch. While we're doing this, guys, we're not only stretching out the hamstrings, but feel free to extend the lower spine, pretty much stretching that out too. You can touch the ground if you'd like, or you can cross your arms if touching the ground is a little bit too much of a focus point for you. I'd rather you guys focus on conscious control, mind, body, staying aware of the stretch, yet trying to overcome it through relaxation, not through a war or battle between you and the muscle, trying to pull it, because as I'm sure you've ever pulled a rubber band apart and released it, it snaps back together. But if you slowly work those rubber bands apart, they do tend to lose that quick elasticity and become more stretched out. That's the same thing we want to do with our muscles. So again, you're easing into all of these stretches that we're doing today, telling your body you're getting ready to relax and not forcing the stretch too much. Same thing if we have to come out of this one, guys. What I would recommend you doing is first slowly extending your spine back in place if you do choose to unroll it. One way you can do that is putting your hands on your lower shins, tracking them up to your knee, feeling that extension in the lower back, and then hinging through the hips to full extension. That's a great way, safer way to come out of it. Obviously, if we're always picking something up, we want that spine to stay straight. But because it's body weight, it shouldn't be a problem for most of us. But always do be gentle when we're working with the spine at any point. And right there, guys, I'm gonna have you put your hands on your shins, tracking your hands up to your knees as you extend the spine, extend through the hips. Feel free to take your time there. Great moment to get a drink of water. What we're gonna do here next, guys, is we're gonna come down to a lunge position. We're gonna focus on our hip flexor a little bit here, guys. Just a normal lunge position. From there, I'm gonna have you guys lean your body forward. Again, starting with that neutral pelvis, upright torso. Smite, lean forward, hopefully stretching out that hip flexor here. If that's not quite doing it for you, a couple options you have is you can rotate into this top knee. If that's not working for you, you can also lean into that top knee. Give each one of those about 10, 20 seconds on their own. Before you try this next one, you can do a slight lean back. And the reason I always suggest caution when we're doing that is because you have your hip flexors passing over that pelvic bone. We want to avoid too much irritation going over there. So always try those other options first. And yeah, we'll be in this one a little bit, switch over, and we're going to come back and forth to this one because hip flexors tend to be a problem for many people. And right there, guys, go ahead, switch over. Same thing, other side. Right there, guys, go ahead, switch it back over. Same thing, first leg. And switch it back over to me. Same thing, second side here, second rep. Right there, guys, go ahead. Relax. Coming on down to the mat here, we're going to spread those legs apart, reaching right down to the center, giving me a nice V stretch. Focus on these interior thigh muscles. Right there, guys, I'm gonna have you bring those legs in, give me a butterfly stretch. Same, working those same muscles here, just a different angle, seeing if we can stimulate something else here. And go ahead, spread those legs back out, going right back into that V stretch. Seeing if we maybe can start farther than we started the previous rep, not where we ended the previous rep, but started the previous rep. And if we can't, that's quite all right. And right there, go ahead, guys. Coming up back to me, we're going to go down to the mats here, stretching our glutes a little bit, guys. And how we do that is we're going to pick up one leg, put it on the opposite knee, ankle to the opposite knee. We're pulling in that bottom knee, hoping to target the glutes in general, but also this nice little, if you feel the outside of your hip bone right there, there's a nice little muscle right there that piriformis likes to get tight, and this can help us out with that. While we're also doing this, feel free, guys, to rotate that ankle, that far ankle, clockwise and counterclockwise to get some blood flow going down there as well. Right there, go ahead. Same thing, but we're going to switch it on over other side. And right there, go ahead, come on back up. Find yourself in a comfortable position. We're going to do our four-way neck. Great way to get blood flow going back up to the brain. Starting off here, we're going to dip that chin down to our chest, stretch the back of our neck. And we won't hold this stretch too long on either side of the neck. This is always something you can do if you're losing focus, and you can really hold that stretch as long as you need to per side. Really can come and help. From there, guys, I'm gonna have you raise it back up, tilting our head back now, stretch the front of our neck. Right there, go ahead. Turning to center, one ear, same side shoulder, stretching the side of our neck. And raising it up, same thing, other side.